So what actually happens when you close your eyes at night? I think most of us kind of look at sleep as this simple biological off switch. Like we just power down, the screen goes completely blank, and we're stuck in standby mode until the morning, just hoping to wake up feeling refreshed. But actually, scratch that. That illusion is completely false. Because inside your body, sleep isn't a shutdown at all. It's actually this highly coordinated, incredibly busy factory shift change.
Welcome to this explainer. Today we're diving straight into the night shift, optimizing nocturnal cellular regeneration.
Our source material puts this perfectly, with the phrase, regenerate your body while you sleep. Now, I know, that sounds a bit like one of those bold late-night marketing promises, right? But it's actually hard biological fact. We really need to completely reframe how we view those hours between hitting the pillow and your morning alarm ringing. Because it's not just passive downtime. It is an active, highly specialized period of intense cellular maintenance. Honestly, if you've been waking up exhausted day after day, well, it might just be because your body isn't actually regenerating during those absolutely crucial hours.
So what exactly is this magic process? Well, nocturnal cellular regeneration is the active biological process where the body shifts its focus to repair and rebuild at the cellular level during sleep. And the absolute key takeaway here is this: your body only has so much energy to go around. During the day, that energy is totally spent on external things, moving around, thinking, digesting your lunch. But at night, if the conditions are right, all of that energy gets completely rerouted to these microscopic construction zones inside of you. Understanding this invisible biology, making it feel real, is just deeply important to figuring out your own energy levels. Notice the perfect contrast here between the day shift and the night shift. Think of your body as this massive, bustling manufacturing plant. During the day shift, you're in full-on production mode. You're consuming energy, you're eating, firing off emails, working out, it's all outward output. But the night shift? That shift is dedicated entirely to specialized maintenance. It's literally the cleanup crew sweeping up the cellular debris from your stressful day. It's the mechanics going in and fixing the microtears in your tissues. And here's the kicker. You cannot run the active day shift and the restorative night shift at the exact same time on the exact same factory floor. It just doesn't work.
So if sleep is the night shift, we really need to meet the biological repair crew. These are the specialized laborers putting in the really hard work while you're dreaming. They're just patiently waiting for the factory floor to clear out so they can finally get to work. And according to our source for this explainer, they've got some very specific, highly critical jobs to execute. And man, this crew has two absolutely massive tasks. First up, it activates stem cells. Stem cells are basically your body's master builders. They're responsible for replacing damaged or dead cells with fresh new ones. Second, it triggers DNA repair. Think about it. Every single day, your DNA takes an absolute beating from stress, from the environment, even just from normal metabolic processes. When you sleep, your body literally goes in and patches up that genetic code. If this crew gets to do its job, you literally wake up biologically renewed.
But okay, here's the catch. This profound regenerative process, it doesn't just magically happen perfectly on its own every single time you close your eyes. Which brings us to the ultimate regeneration hack. We're going to shift our focus to how you can actually control and optimize this seemingly automatic nighttime factory. Because you, yes you, have direct control over whether your biological repair crew gets a full shift of work or if they're just left standing outside the building in the cold waiting for clearance.
3 hours. This massive number right here represents our source's primary rule for optimizing your regeneration. To actually allow the night shift to do its job, you absolutely must stop all food intake 3 hours before bed. Not 1 hour, not a quick, tiny little snack right before you go brush your teeth. 3 full hours. Why? Well, it's all about what happens in those 3 hours that sets the biological stage for your repair crew.
Let's actually walk chronologically backward from bedtime to see exactly how clearing out that digestive roadblock just completely unleashes the repair crew. Step 1. You stop eating 3 hours early. You cut off the intake completely. Step 2, because you stopped eating, your digestion successfully winds down well before your head ever hits the pillow. The day shift officially clocks out. And step 3, by the time you actually fall asleep, the factory floor is empty. And because that floor is totally clear, cellular regeneration hits its absolute maximum. Your body doesn't have to worry about breaking down a late-night meal. You can just immediately deploy those stem cells and kick off that DNA repair we just talked about.
To really understand why this hack is just so critical, we have to emphasize the biological conflict that happens inside of you. Digestion blockades regeneration. It's really that simple. The body simply cannot dedicate its resources to optimal DNA repair if it's still stuck on the day shift, processing a late meal.
Digestion takes a massive amount of energy and blood flow. Like, if your stomach and intestines are working overtime at midnight, your stem cells are benched. The cleanup crew literally cannot get onto the factory floor because the heavy production machines are still running. By eating late, you are actively blocking your own cellular repair.
So, tonight, when you're inevitably tempted by that late-night trip to the kitchen, I want you to ask yourself, will you let your body go to work tonight, or will a midnight snack keep it off the clock? You know the science now. You know exactly why this 3-hour rule matters so much for your long-term well-being, your stem cells, and your DNA. The choice of whether your repair crew gets to clock in, well, that is entirely up to you. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and hey, here's to a highly regenerative night.